Hi, everyone. So I am going to be the first presenter. My name is Maisie Soetantyo, and I am a very proud neurodivergent. I was late diagnosed with autism and sensory processing disorders. And I also still have number dyslexia, dyscalculia. I also have a few other conditions commonly related to autism, including learning challenges, auditory processing difficulties, and so on. I am a longtime autistic specialist working with autistic kids and for about 30 years now. And since I've been a long time autism specialist, my little clients grew up. And even though they're very, very good with what they do with their knowledge, many of them actually graduated college. The employability situation is still very, very difficult. For example, I have a young man who is a pizza connoisseur, loves making pizza, can make all kinds of pizza, but he couldn't even get a summer job at Domino's. So I just started thinking, after all these work, since they were little and now they're young adults and all these wonderful partnerships that I've had with their parents and these young adults, I became very sad that the employability is not happening for them. That's why in 2019, I founded the nonprofit Autism Career Pathways. And what we want to do is figure out the how to hire people who are more impacted by their autism, including non-speaking and minimally speaking autistic adults. I firmly believe that the world is missing out because autistic people are amazing and they're all untapped talents. So tonight I will be presenting to you all an alternative career screening method. So I created an alternative activity-based, skill-based career screening tool to really be able to represent the best of each autistic job seekers. So our mission at Autism Career Pathways is to be able to empower businesses of all sizes to be able to create a customizable hiring resources for small to medium-sized businesses. I'm talking about the small mom and pop shops in our community, our laundromat printing companies, real estate companies, law offices, all these places that we have in our downtown. And how do we really share with them, the strength of neurodivergent individuals who are eager to get hired? So that's what we want to focus on to figure out the how-tos. So one of our 5-year goal is to create a very robust video training resource library to showcase ideas and what does a successful hiring in a particular workplace environment look like. For example, why not libraries across America actually would just openly say, hey, we're hiring autistic adults. It's a perfect environment for autistic people because the types of tasks required are very systematic. It's a quiet environment. And many autistic adults, they really enjoy doing freelancing. So they don't necessarily need to work at a place full-time. We don't need to work in a workplace in like an office space. There are so many opportunities in our community to be able to do either a home-based business or work part-time at the library or doing like freelancing. For example, I know of a place in Chicago. What they do is every weekend, a couple of the autistic adults, they pick up paper or documents from offices, and every weekend they do that. So it's a monthly subscription model that they have created with all the offices in their downtown, and every weekend that's what they do. So there's so many ideas, and we really want to show on our online platform all these wonderful ideas and really help connect our community and all these ideas so we can empower each other. I really believe that the only way for us to increase the neurodivergent hiring overall is by showing businesses of all sizes to be able to take on the hiring process all in-house. So you can continue to hire an autistic person, not just hiring them, but also know how to do the onboarding and also know how to support them, how to problem solve, and how to make that person really become part of your work culture. So that's really, really important. Okay, so the career assessment tool that I created is called CAPABL, and it's actually a short for Career Assessment Protocol for Abilities Beyond Labels. Don't mute me. Okay. I need to speak. Okay. So the CAPABL tool is designed with input from neurodivergent individuals, which is very, very important for me, because I think the big problem we have today in not just in for employability purposes, but also as far as early intervention, you know, educational goals and, you know, transitional programs. They were created by neurotypical people and well-intentioned people, of course, but that's why it hasn't worked really, really well to support neurodivergent individuals. So it was very important for me to put the pieces together with the input of autistic people. And that's what I did. Every single activity had input. And in fact, one of the autistic adults told me, we need to just create a color-coded scoring form, because then it's simpler for us. We can memorize it. We understand exactly what areas of needs we need to work on. Okay. So the unique outcome of the CAPABL tool is a caption, edited and captioned short video resume along with the video and along with a summary. It's basically a portfolio of the video and the written summary that a job seeker can present to a possible supervisor or, you know, somebody hiring in the community. And also I created this tool to really help the support system for each young adult. So for family members to continue to work on the areas of needs, for the autistic job seeker to understand exactly what they need to continue to work on, but also to continue to grow using their own strengths and their special interests. That's very, very important. And also for workplace mentors, if they know exactly how to guide their client, that would be ideal. And I hope that in the long run, CAPABL tool is going to replace the standard verbal interview that autistic people in general really have a hard time to pass, because we don't know how to talk about our strength, we don't know how to embellish, and we don't really read the interviewers communication very, very well. So in general, a verbal interview is very, very hard for us to pass. Okay, the CAPABL tool components, I have the assessment manual, so the assessment itself is videotape. And there's a scoring form to go with each module, and then it's edited to about 5 to 7 minutes. And I'm going to show you 2 case studies, 2 videos of 2 job seekers. And then the last part is career readiness summary and the coaching. So the coaching part, of course, is something that we would do, whether it's we do it through online classes or also hands-on training post-COVID. Hopefully we will, cross our fingers, get there later on this year. The career resume captures 3 different phases. So there are 3 modules, and but each module really look at these 3 different areas. Phase 1 is self-regulation. We want to show potential businesses how a job seeker can self-regulate and what is the preferred method to self-regulate. It's actually very, very simple. We allow job seekers to come in bringing whatever they want to be able to self-regulate. So some people you will see bring a Slinky, other people just play on their phone to just get ready for something important. They can just self-regulate in however they want. We give them access to self-regulation activities, and they're allowed movement breaks during the interview process at any time. And phase 2, of course, is the heart of this, this assessment. We want to look at their ability to learn by doing, make ongoing decisions, be able to problem solve, make choices, how they're able to understand instructions and in what way, and also can they reflect on what they've done. And phase 3, we want to understand their preferred communication. So this is the part that I feel like really, really important, that we need to immediately educate potential businesses or mentors that autistic communication is just as valid as neurotypical communication. And when you see an edited video resume, I could easily caption to highlight the preferred communication method in a way that is not looking at it as a deficit model, but it's just a different model. So phase 3, we want to look at how job seekers are able to co-create and mentor, report progress, and just in general share experiences and maybe share what their special interests are to like a coworker, a mentor at work. All right, so I'm going to keep going here. So now we're looking at the assessment modules. Module 1 is designed for candidates needing minimal support levels. So this one I'm able to put in more activities, and one of the activities can be tailored specifically to a particular job position. So if you, let's say a business is like a bookstore, you can definitely design one activity that would help you understand, can the person potentially work in a bookstore, right? So module 1, it's designed for people who need medium to complex support level. So it's just shorter. But we're looking at the 3 phases that I described previously. And module 3 is the shortest one. So I created this one for like after COVID. So this is the one that actually job seekers can do at home. It's still videotaped by them. And then the video clips are given to us. And then we do the same process. We edit it, we caption it, we score it and put it together with a summary of skills and aptitudes and interests and areas of needs. It's just done remotely by the job seekers, or also with businesses, they can do this remotely on their own. Okay. All right, so when I created the manual, it's very, very important for me because this is how we're going to be able to teach businesses and just scale up the CAPABL tool. So I wrote up the manual to be very, very specific, I hope, and easy to understand. So the goal is to provide a business owner or a career assessment guidelines on how set up an optimal work environment for a neurodiverse job seeker. So in general, because of our sensory and processing difficulties, we really need a quiet environment. For example, I talk about the autistic versus neurotypical communication differences. I also talked in detail about pacing, and also what would be the best way for to support a job seeker, like their preferences to be able to understand instructions might be different from one person to another. Some people do well with photos, some people do well with instructions, some people do well with like just like very simple instructions in a booklet type. So, you know, it just gives a really clear ideas for businesses and mentors on how to best help this one job seeker. We also want the guides to learn how to give clear and positive feedback without hovering over people and making job seekers nervous. We also want just to have an overview for how to connect and explore interests with an autistic adult. The last one is actually very important. Everyone has implicit and explicit biases, and a lot of times we don't realize, and we definitely need everyone in a workplace to be able to understand and put it aside, right? All right. So, okay. So this is just a quick, you guys can take a look at this quickly, how the assessment protocol in the manual looks like. It's very detailed. And this is scoring for a sample that I talked earlier that is color coded. Red meaning it's an area of need, and yellow meaning it means that the person can actually do it, but probably need to do more or just keep practicing. And of course, a green would be like, they have this down. They're really good at this. So as you can see, it's very simple for everyone. I don't like to write reports, so this is a simple way that we can generate report for everyone and be able to figure out the next step, the onboarding process. Okay, so the video portfolio goals, I think, let me see here. I think the goal is an important spotlight would be to, oops, why is this doing this? Okay, so it's an interesting question to explore if a potential business would actually hire an autistic job seeker if they can look at a video portfolio and a summary. So that's an interesting research question that I'm very interested in. And also, this one is important to explore potential roles within the company. Job carving. Job carving is when you actually create a role that is not yet existing. I love doing this because it means that you care about your this job seeker, and you're creating something unique, and you're able to think outside of the box as a business owner. Okay, so and the last one here is to be able, when you can see the video, you can see the person's personality, you know, communication preferences, then you can actually think about possible mentors at your workplace that can be paired to guide the autistic job seeker at the beginning. So I think it's really helpful to be able to see the person using a video format. Okay, so now we do the fun part. So this young man, Ryan, is a very talented musician. So the first video, Ryan, he's 20 years old. He's studying at San Jose State University and jazz music major. He wanted to be part of a band. He plays guitar. He's also a very talented drummer. And he is actually, since the CAPABL assessment, he is now working on teaching other autistic kids online to play percussion. So he's doing really, really well. And I'm going to show you first his case study. And then the second one is Alex. Alex is the proud owner of Big Al's Toffee. So for people who are from the Bay Area here, Peninsula, just all over the Bay Area, he's our superstar. He makes an award-winning toffee, and he's also an artist. So he does beautiful calligraphy, and he sells these cards at gift shops all over our area, but now they moved to San Diego, so it's our loss. And he's also a great community volunteer. So since the CAPABL assessment, we were able to figure out his areas of needs, and I was able to guide his mentors. And of course, Alex becoming more independent and enjoying his work more, because he was very, very proud to be able to make his own decisions at work. So it has been really an amazing journey for these two participants. All right, so I'm going to end the show, and I'm going to show you Ryan. So this is Ryan, our musician. Okay, so there will be music, you guys. So if you don't like music, just brace yourself. Okay, so everyone brings their chosen activity, and the feedback we got was that just being able to start an interview process, showing your potential boss what you were really, really good at, that was a game changer. So every single one of them gave that feedback. So because Ryan loved to create his own music, that's what we started with. As you could see, the fidget box is there, but he didn't really, it wasn't his thing. He didn't need it. We still have some more to do, but that sounds really great.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
One more thing to do. I'm gonna mix those tracks in. Pan, guitar 1 to the right.
Remember, you'll have a chance later to continue.
There you go.
So very quickly, we saw that he was a perfectionist, and he really had a hard time transitioning because he wanted to keep working on the details. And so that was an area that we worked on. And this activity is marshmallow stick building, which some of the companies in the Bay Area also use this to see how creative people are and how they design. So I want to ask you a question, if I may. So what's your feedback about this activity? Do you enjoy it?
Pretty brain building.
Brain building. Okay. So that's good. I think you really built something nice. Also found out that he was actually a great mentor. So he was teaching Pete, my assistant, during the assessment, how to play the song.
Get the hang of it.
See, if I have 20 minutes, I think I'll probably check on my Instagram, look for snack. So this was phase 3, where we just do like a conversation. Sometimes we look at like a set of questions and choose the questions we want. There's really no right or wrong of doing it, just to get to know each other. Um,
And coffee.
All right.
To,
so I'll fast
On my
forward.
computer.
okay.
So this was phase 3.
1, 2, 4, 1, 2,
So this was after the assessment. And here was a clip of him teaching a student. I want you to see his face. He looks so happy and so proud.
This is Ryan, and I'm started. You can already hold your drumsticks. You've learned how to read music. You're learning some movements really quickly. You learn how to play with both hands and feet when on the drum kit. And you've already have a basic drum beat down.
Okay. So that was a message that he gave to his student before COVID. So he was able to just take on the whole process of guiding somebody because it was based on his special interests. And that's basically his home base. So I'm gonna just quickly stop sharing so I can see all of you, just making sure everything went well, didn't have any glitches, right? Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to Alex's video now. Okay. All right, so Alex did the second, hang on one second. I just think that the sound was a bit low, but as long as you guys could hear it, that's fine. Okay, so Alex did the second module. And Alex needed more scaffolding, if you want to call it that. So this is a picture of his business, Big Al's Best. If you're in San Diego, you can order his toffee via his Facebook page, Big Al's Best. Only if you're in San Diego though, because they cannot ship, unfortunately. Okay, so here's Alex. Now, Alex really needed the phase 1, the self-regulation phase. He just needed to take his time.
That's Pixie. So when you're ready, when you finish playing with these, you can do this. Whenever you're ready, you can take your time, okay? Okay.
He really took advantage of the fidget box. We don't really give the candidates instructions. It's very important that they go with their own flow. We want to see how they transition actually. Everybody loves the fidget box, but of course after COVID, this has to be redesigned because you can't really share fidget toys anymore. And the prepared activity Alex brought was putting together a set of his cards, his greeting cards. As you can see, he was very organized. He knew what to do. He is one of those guys who, once he knows what the job is all about, he's very focused and he wants to finish everything without a break. So I thought that that's a very admirable ability to be able to do that, because I struggle with that. They can have sensory breaks anytime.
Get ready. All right.
Now this is a book sorting activity. So for Alex, I just increased the scaffolding by, I just used sticky notes and I printed out the instructions, and Alex did really well.
And then this is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so go ahead and read it.
Today, we would like you to help us sort through a box of old books we need to donate to the library.
Yeah.
Please follow the directions below.
So as you can see, if you're a business owner and you're looking at this video, you actually already understand a lot when it comes to the types of accommodations a business owner might think about, like a sensory break room and all these things in different ways that you might be able to support somebody like Alex, right? So he has never done that
Are
activity
you
before.
done?
But
Oh,
he did it really
that
well.
was really fast. Really nice. Let's see. Let's check. Okay.
Now watch Alex's face.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's good.
So the task was to just sort
All right.
into different categories.
Okay. Was that easy?
Yes.
That was easy.
I like your lipstick, Maisie.
Oh, thanks, Alex. Thank you for saying that. It's a new lipstick. You make me
He
feel
gave me a
pretty.
compliment.
Thank you. I like your slinky.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're done with the books, and you didn't need help at all. That was super easy. So would you like to relax a little bit more?
Okay, so this is an example of career training. So we have basically a work support plan, what we're going to be working on. So from the assessment, we saw that Alex was very dependent on other people telling him what to do and how to do things. So we really work on the independent decision making. Okay. All right, so that is Alex. So I'm gonna hurry up and finish because we have two other presenters. Okay. Our needs right now, what Autism Career Pathways need is really an opportunity to partner up with parents who want to explore home-based businesses and really working on the building blocks to be able to think about that, budget for it, and working on a business plan and have their autistic family member go through the CAPABL tools and really partner up with us to make it happen. That's what we need. We need partnerships with families and also partnerships with small businesses to do this in order to create content for our online platform, the video training resources. We need to add content now. Yeah, so training to implement CAPABL tools to hopefully replace verbal interviews. We're gonna provide consultation to businesses who wanna learn and also create their own way of customized screening, career screening tool. We can help them customize it. We will provide mentor training and also a customized neurodiverse hiring and support process. So that's what we're trying to do right now. So I think that is it. This is my information, my email, Maisie@autismcareerpathways.com. And this is our website. And I'm very proud of a YouTube channel, Autism Career Pathways, where I interview all kinds of careers by autistic adults. So that's our YouTube channel, and also my Instagram. It's actually, I changed that to @Autism Career Pathways. So it's not ASD, it's @Autism Career Pathways. So we post projects and interviews and ideas for autistic young adults there. Okay, so my part is done.